Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm an employment lawyer. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 things that are considered harassment at work. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can get alerted the next time I post a video. So let's jump into it. What is harassment? Harassment is defined as creating a hostile work environment. So what does that mean? That means that if you are subjected to unwanted conduct at work that is severe or pervasive enough to create a work environment that a reasonable person would consider intimidating, hostile, or offensive, then you have been subjected to harassment. And if this conduct is based on a protected characteristic such as your race, your religion, your gender, your sexual orientation, your age, your disability, or some other protected characteristic, then you have been subjected to discrimination and harassment. Let's talk about the 5 things that could potentially amount to harassment. The first thing is when your supervisor or your manager makes you do personal tasks for them. Now, this could be considered harassment if it is deemed as a quid pro quo. So what does that mean? Quid pro quo is a Latin term that means something for something. So if your supervisor asks you to do a personal task for them, and in exchange they will give you a benefit at work, or they will take away a negative consequence, then that could amount to harassment. An example of this would be a supervisor saying to you, "I want you to come over to my house this weekend and mow my lawn. And in exchange, I will give you that raise that you've been requesting." Or a supervisor says, "I need you to pick up my dry cleaning, and in exchange I woe and write you up for being late to work." Now these are extreme examples. But anytime there is an exchange of something for something else, it could amount to quid pro quo harassment. The second thing that could amount to harassment is when a supervisor or manager engages in a pattern of making inappropriate comments to you. For example, if your supervisor or manager makes jokes about your body or your appearance, or comments on your personal characteristics, that could amount to harassment. The third thing that could amount to harassment is when you are subjected to name-calling or other verbal abuse. For example, if your coworker calls you names or engages in a pattern of insulting you or berating you, that could amount to harassment. The fourth thing that could amount to harassment is when you are intentionally left out of company events or meetings, or other activities where other employees are not excluded. For example, if your coworkers go out for drinks after work, and they make a group chat, and they talk about how much fun they had, and they include pictures, but they intentionally exclude you, that could amount to harassment. And lastly, the fifth thing that could amount to harassment is when a coworker or supervisor makes you the target of rumors or gossip. For example, if your coworker starts spreading rumors about you that you are not performing your job duties, that could amount to harassment. Now, these are just 5 examples of what could amount to harassment. This is not an exhaustive list. So if you feel like you are being harassed at work, even if what is happening to you is not on this list, you should still document it and report it to your Human Resources Department. Now, one thing I will add is that in order for this conduct to amount to harassment, it has to be severe or pervasive. What does that mean? That means that it has to happen more than once. So if something happens to you one time, even if it is very egregious, it probably won't rise to the level of harassment. But if it is a repeated action, or a series of actions that are creating a hostile work environment, then it could amount to harassment. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will try to answer as best I can. Again, if you are new here, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can get alerted the next time I post a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.